Hello everyone, my name is Zarmina Reshad. The sustainable design project that I am interested to work on is located in Bhutan. Bhutan is a landlocked country in South Asia. Here is the list of items that I'm going to talk about during my presentation. Why sustainable design in Bhutan? Why not in another country? Then I'm going to introduce my project title to you and the purpose of this project, its goal, the proposed location that I want to implement the project outcomes, the building process or the construction process, and the materials that I'm going to use for completion of the construction part of the project. So the first thing is, why sustainable design in Bhutan? Bhutan is one of the most isolated countries of the world, which has been known for the preservation of its natural resources and environment. Bhutan is a sovereign nation which became a unified kingdom on December 17, 1907. It is a mountainous country with deep valleys and spectacular biodiversity, which brings the country among the 10 most important hotspots in the world. Its ecosystem is diverse because of its climate variation and geographical location. In order to preserve its Buddhist ancient culture and tradition from the Western culture's influence, Bhutan was isolated from the rest of the world up to 1974. Bhutan's first election took place in March 2008, during which the country's pure monarchy was transformed into constitutional monarchy. Bhutan is a Buddhist nation whose national and religious identities are closely tied together. Although Buddhism and Hinduism have been the two major religions of the country, Buddhism has influenced both the daily lives of Bhutan citizens as well as its government. As a result, Buddhist religious leaders have held considerable power. Being respectful to nature is part of Bhutanese culture, which has kept the country away from the environmental disorders and pollutions. In addition, as you can see from the pictures, both wearing national clothes and building houses in traditional way are compulsory. Bhutan is an agricultural dependent country that 37% of Bhutan's population live in urban areas and the rest of them live in villages. Its economy is one of the least developed in the world, with almost more than 60% of its population dependent on agricultural products. As we know, most of the country's development is measured by their gross national product or GNP. However, Bhutan is a country whose development is measured based on its gross national happiness or GNH. It's believed that farmers and peasants can live better using their land's products rather than struggling to live in urban areas. Bhutan's exports are electricity, ferrosilicon, cement, calcium carbide, copper wire, manganese, and vegetable oil. Its imports are fuel and lubricants, passenger cars, machinery, and fabrics. Now, my project. As I mentioned earlier, Bhutan is one of the most isolated countries in the world. In order to connect Bhutan citizens with the outside world, I have decided to establish Bhutan's Cultural Interaction Center by conducting a sustainable design project in country. My plan is to get the project's implementation fund from the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization or UNESCO and Asian Development Bank or EDB. And of course, individuals and businesses' donations are welcomed if they want to help. Our building will be equipped with appropriate infrastructure, including renewable energy, clean air and water, and we will use the on-site electricity from the renewable sources. The project purpose. The project purposes to build a sustainable building for the cultural exchange programs between Bhutanese and the outside world. Bhutan is well known for the preservation of its natural resources and environment. Moreover, since it's a gated or closed community, there is no information exchange between Bhutan and the global community. In addition, it is the only country whose development is evaluated based on the philosophy of its gross national happiness rather than gross national product. Therefore, by establishing this BCIC center, the visitors will get the opportunity to learn more about Bhutan's culture, tradition, and the basis of it is gross national happiness. The building will be used for strengthening social relations between Bhutanese and the outside world. Furthermore, the center will be used for raising parties' awareness concerning Mother Earth's preservation for future generations. The project goal. The BCIC Sustainable Design will have the capacity to accommodate 950 people at the same time. The project will positively contribute to the promotion of economic and social well-being of Bhutan's economy. The center will be home to Bhutan's visitors, including worldwide researchers, exchange students, tourists, as well as Bhutan nation. The project outcomes. I believe after the implementation of this project, Bhutan citizens and international visitors will interact with each other by sharing their knowledge, ideas, as well as different social, cultural, and religious values. The international researchers will be able to get an in-depth understanding of Bhutan's culture, which being respectful to nature is part of this culture. So by learning about this culture and sharing with the outside world will be motivated to adapt this culture of nature and environment preservation. Also, the visitors will explore and analyze the consequences of Bhutan's isolation policy from the rest of the world. The other outcomes of this project, I believe, will be that the international researchers will be eager to disclose and share with the rest of the world the real interpretation of Bhutan's development based on the philosophy of its gross national happiness. Moreover, Bhutan's citizens will gain awareness regarding the benefits of diverse cultures' interpretation, as it has been for a long time that they are kept away from the rest of the world in isolation. So they will learn about the benefits of diverse cultural interaction, its effects on stimulating creativity and alleviation of their country's isolation policy from the rest of the world. Finally, Bhutan citizens will find the courage to have their voice in their country's development process. The project evaluation. Since the center will be built based on the requirements of sustainable design, energy conservation, environment preservation, and passing a secure planet to the next generation, will be part of everyday's cultural interaction. Once the building is built and the BCIC's operations are started, the project evaluation will be done based on the number of local visitors and international visitors visiting the center. Also, receiving regular feedback from Bhutan's government will help us to evaluate the successful operation of our project. The proposed location. Our proposed location for the implementation of this project is Thimphu, which is the capital of Bhutan, and it is known as the Gallery of Bhutanese Art, Culture, and Tradition. It's located in the western central part of Bhutan with a climate colder than the east part. Therefore, we want to design the building in such a way that it should benefit from the sunlight almost the whole day. Also, we will consider its solar design in order to use solar power to heat or cool the place instead of using wooden stoves, which is a common equipment in Bhutan's facilities. The building. Although it is compulsory from the Bhutan's government that the Bhutan's buildings should follow country's traditional structure, an effort has been made to construct the center in accordance with the bioregional and ecomimicry criteria. Since Bhutan is located in a seismic zone, we need to ensure that our building is strong against earthquake or any other types of natural disasters. Therefore, our plan is to build the building by placing bond beams in the roofs and movable rings at the bottom to prevent building from falling down. In addition, we will consider having some shear walls to increase building's resistance against lateral pressures. It means we are careful about the building's physical integration in that certain geographical location, as well as its temporal integration with the environment and natural resources. In terms of building construction, especially its roofs design, the center roofs will be designed based on gable roofs, which is the most common and standard traditional roof in Bhutan. The construction material. So the gable roofs are the kind of roofs which can be built by timber, shingles, or any other materials. In order to construct our proposed sustainable building, we will use the construction materials which are normally used around the country. The common construction material are bamboo, local timber, and stone. As you can see from the picture, gable roofs are very simple and does not need internal framework. These roofs are very suitable for various weather conditions. For example, snow and rain can easily fall down from its slopes. Also, in order to develop cool or warm spaces, it is easy to insulate the gable roofs. The design. The outer walls will be designed with a stone hearth. The building will have flying roofs with wooden ceiling and flooring. Since timber and wood are easily accessible and are commonly used, we will use them in the BCIC's balconies, windows, and stairs. In addition, we will use hornet and beams for the decoration of the spaces below the roof, above windows, below the door, and some other parts of the structure. Painting windows and doors with bright color is another common practice in Bhutan. Therefore, we will ensure to have such colorful appearance in sustainable design building. These are the resources that I have used while preparing this presentation, and also the pictures that I have taken from different websites. I hope I get the chance to go to Bhutan and implement the sustainable design project that I am interested to work on it and complete it. Thank you very much for your attention and wish you all good day.